Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. My name is Nur Batrisha Balkis binti Ismail, and I will make some introduction to our project. We are from Group 6. Choose Astro Company as our company for project purpose. Okay, for the first question is to consider the internal environment of the company in relation to the suitability of risk management implementation. The following sets out the key component established for our group control environment. The first one is board and ARC. ARC is audit and risk committee. And the second one is group risk management. And the third one is the regulatory. Okay, so this for our second question. The question is to identify and explain the objective setting and strategies in achieving the objective. Uh, okay, the first objective setting is strategic planning. Their key strategies for the next 3 years are focused on redefining and strengthening their core TV business through pay TV and enjoy by evolving their product and services to meet the need of diverse customer segment in Malaysia. The second objective setting is business and financial performance oversight. And the second one is the risk management. And the fourth is succession planning and remuneration framework. And the last one is the stakeholders communication.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kumat Sfiari bin Abdul Rahman. My meeting number is 252696. I will present about the risk technique and the risk metric. So the risk technique used in this risk identification and risk assessment is documentation review, SWOT analysis, risk register, and assumption analysis. Documentation review is where we review the report that contain the business record that can help the company to identify the financial risk and also the company in general. So SWOT analysis is primarily content of strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat that the company can know the exploitation of strength and opportunity to resolve vulnerabilities and risks. So next one is assumption analysis, where assumption analysis are particular in the methodology used by the team to mitigate the risk. So in risk register, the risk register is used to track all the company risks and also often called as risk log. So next we are going to the risk metric, where this is the risk metric for Astro, and the risk that we identify is competition risk, where its more likelihood is more than 1 year and its severity is severe. The acceptability of this risk is very acceptable by the company risk appetite, where it classified under the competition risk. And the risk impact of this risk is the client might switching from broadcast because the competitor might provide more entertainment and give a cheaper price. And the risk response is that the company accept the risk, where they're able to fill 75% of the Malaysian household as their client and make collaboration with international broadcasts such as HBO. So next is intellectual property risk, which likelihood is more than once a year, and the severity is very severe. And this intellectual properties is being stated under the security infrastructure risk under the Astro risk appetite, where the risk is acceptable and the company tend to transfer the risk. So the risk impact of this risk is data breach by the hacker and illegal use of the IP by competitor and hacker. So the company risk response is to transfer the risk, where the Astro has established AMH security provide council to provide strategic supervision. So I will give in to my partner.
Okay, a very good day to everyone. So I'm Berhad bin 2520608. I'm going to present on the risk faced by Astro Malaysia Holding Berhad. So firstly, this is the risk matrix that show the key risk profile facing by Astro Malaysia Holding Berhad. So as for the first risk, we identified the foreign exchange currency risk. Foreign exchange currency risk is faced by companies that have subsidiaries or operating company in foreign country. So as for Astro, this company is exposed to foreign exchange currency risk because they conduct sale, purchases and borrowing. They are denominated in a currency other than the functional currency of the group entity. So we rank the risk as severe for and R4 plotted in the risk metric. So a risk of foreign exchange is acceptable by Astro and has been identified as a risk with high likelihood to occur. So the impact of these risks are slow business growth and decrease in profitability of the group. So as to respond to this risk, Astro used a foreign exchange contract and option to hedge its foreign currency risk. So the group also entered into cross-currency interest rate swap to reduce the risk of foreign exchange currency. So next we proceed to the information security risk. Since Astro Malaysia Holding Berhad is a network provider mainly for television, so the group is exposed to information security risk. The safety of intangible asset and customer data relies on the adequacy and resilience of security infrastructure across physical and logical access to business system, network, and facilities. So Astro is exposed to cyber attack and security breaches of their digital content and key signature IPs. We rank this risk as severe and plotted as R3 in the risk metric. Being classified under the risk profile of security infrastructure, information security risk is determined to set an acceptable level within the group risk appetite and potential to bring severe impact to the company and set a high likelihood of reoccurrence. So the impact of this risk is concerned on the subscriber privacy violation, disruption in business operation, and damage of asset and facilitate other crimes such as fraud. So as to respond to this risk, the group can mitigate and transfer this risk by the implementation of vulnerability assessment and penetration test exercise, also transferred to AMH Security Council to manage security threat including content piracy and data breach. So the next one is talent risk. Talent risk concerns on the company's ability to attract, develop, and retain the right skilled talent to execute the company's strategies and enhance its performance. So as for Astro, the turnover rate of the employee is moderately risky based as 80% of the workforce are aged 40 and below, so they are vulnerable to job hopping as to enhance their career. Therefore, we rank the risk as moderate and plotted as R8 in the risk metric. The group accepted and recognized the risk provided that the risk classified under their risk appetite and criteria evaluated with lower possibility of likelihood, which only occur once in a year, and the impact are considered to be high yet still lower than the other risks. So for the impact of this risk is an ability to maintain leadership skill, loss of intellectual capital, and also ineffective business strategy deliverable. So to respond to this risk, the group is expected to accept the risk as it is because they are assumed to minimize costs as the cost required to lessen or avoid this risk is much more higher. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Shamin Azlin. My metric number is 252624. I will continue my group's presentation for the next risk, which is regarding the technological change risk. Okay, this risk is about the rapid shifts in technology, like the advancement of internet and also the implementation of Android operating system into the television, which make customer able to watch their favorite shows or movies online without having to subscribe to local broadcast provider. So this risk is in the plot R3 of the risk matrix because it is grouped under the digitalization and innovation risk. This risk is accepted in the company and managed wisely. The indicator of this risk is the customer satisfaction index, where they will see whether customer is satisfied with their service when this risk has arises. So there is no significant impact regarding this risk as they able to mitigate or reduce it wisely, like build online application called as Astro, which enable customer to stream online or watch Astro's movie or shows as long as they are connected to the internet. Okay, let's move to the next risk, which is the demand risk. What is demand risk? Based on this risk, it is about the shifts of customer preferences along with the advancements of technology these days. So this risk is plot R2 of the risk matrix because it is grouped under the market and competition risk. So it is ranked as third, which is considered as high for this company. And this risk has been accepted and manageable. The indicator of this risk is about the number of legal and illegal competitors because they will, as they are grouped under the competition risk. And this risk will be used as a forecast. So the impacts is when the forecast is inaccurate, it will cause losses or suboptimal performance. And the way Astro responds to this is by mitigate or reduce it by following the current trend and also adapting to the technological changes so that the customer will be satisfied with the service that they provided. Okay, next we will move to the next one, which is liquidity risk. This risk is on the plot R4 of the risk matrix and grouped under the economic conditions risk. So this risk is about the financial statement of the company that happen to be the current liabilities exceeding the current assets that they have. So this risk is ranked third, which is very high for the company, and the company accepted this risk and managed it wisely. The indicator for this is the financial and business performance of Astro. There is no significant impact of this risk identified because Astro able to mitigate or reduce it by the financial management team retain a certain degree of capital and cash reserve and bank facilities that the board deems appropriate to them, and they accept it. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Kirutiga and my metric number is 2676418. Today I want to talk about the significant risk I have found in Astro Berhad. According to my risk metrics, I have found digitalization and innovation which makes a severe impact and giving a certainty, and then economic conditions which is also given a severe impact to the company, and also regulatory risk. According to Astro Malaysia Holding Berhad, the risk of potential business loss due to mismanagement and inability to keep up with the rapid digitalization of the consumer landscape product innovation. And one of the Astro strategy is continue to digitalize and optimize their core business for agility and more cost efficiency. Astro emphasizes on keeping themselves a bit higher from other competitors in their same industries regarding the innovation. The impact of inability of update the digitalization and innovation by Astro is going to be a huge and might affect the profitability and the going concern of the company due to the unreachable of media to the customer. The risk has been certainly happen every year as the technology has been developing drastically. The action taken by Astro is come up with the new ideas and digitalize their platform to boost operational efficiency and agility while enhancing the customer's experience. Although the actions has been taken, but however the risk is unavoidable. Thus, the Astro should analyze their current system and innovation model landscape on their company to justify their current version is needed to be developed or not in the future. Secondly, about the economic risk. The quality of Astro is influenced by weak economic conditions, lower consumer sentiment, and the fluctuation in foreign exchange. Economic risk is something that cannot be controlled by the company. The actions taken by Astro is to reduce economic risk are reasonable, such as improve their customer value proposition, including broadband bundling and introduction of Astro rewards and prudent control of expenses, treasury hedging expenditures, including prioritizations of transition programs to ensure productivity and stability in the light of complex economic perspective. At last, regulatory risk. Astro Berhad should control the regulatory risk. Even it gives average impact and low possibility. Astro Berhad can control by compliance with the Malaysian Code of Corporate Governance and Astro Berhad guidelines and all applicable laws. By controlling this, Astro may have positive results where increasing in number of employees and the consumers. The risk of restriction applied on operating policies and procedures which complied with the relevant laws and regulation. There is a high possibility risk may cause when the policies were published and updated in the internal portal for assessing by employees will be cost average impact towards a company.
Okay, for the conclusion part, the study in this project is to identify the risk assessment that occurs in the company and provide the solutions to assess the risk. Moreover, this project enables us to enhance our critical thinking skills, where our group need to identify which risks give the most and least significant impact to the Astro. The project also improves our knowledge in risk management and shows that how enterprise risk management is very important to every company, especially to large company like Astro. Last but not least, risk management is very important to Astro because the company must deliver the value to the stakeholders, which include the consumers, the employee, the communities, and the shareholders. That's all from us. Thank you.